So, good morning, everyone. Online students, can you hear my voice? Say yes or no to me once. Right. So, the last class yesterday, I shown one diagram to you. So, these are the objects to be remembered from JDBC. Majorly connection object, statement object, prepared statement object, callable statement object, and result set. So, there are some meta components available. Metadata general meaning is the data which is holding information about other data. We call it as metadata. According to JDBC, there are some metadata components available to you. Among the three important one, database metadata, parameter metadata, result set metadata. Database metadata will hold information about the connection object. Parameter metadata object will hold information about the prepared statement object. Database metadata will hold what kind of information means the connection object connected to what kind of database, what is its version, to connect to establish connection, what kind of driver has been used, what is its version, and so on. Some details will be recorded part of your database metadata object. Parameter metadata object will hold information about the prepared statement. In prepared statement object, what is available means question marks are available. Parameter index related information is available. These two are not important anyway. So result set will play some important role because how many columns came based on the query. Column names also you can retrieve it. Column count also you can do like this. Whenever you want to display such actions, you can take the support of result set metadata. That also theoretical question for reading part, for reading point of view only. The same way, some FAQ questions, three FAQ questions for reading. Define connection pooling. Define connection pooling. Generally, pool means a group indirectly. Pool means group. Pooling means the process of organizing some group of elements. We call it as pooling. String pooling, string constant pool. One word available in your core Java. So some partition of heap area where string objects are organized. You can call it as string constant pool or string pooling, you can say. The same way connection pooling means organizing multiple database connections. Organizing multiple database connections. So our work is a single database connection only, we done it. Suppose one database is there. One connection is available here. Connection means con object. One connection is available. Now one user one want to interact with this database. He uses this connection and interacts with the database. So up to here, okay. Suppose our application is multi-users applications. When we are into internet world, definitely multiple users will be there. Suppose one more user 2 is there. One more user 3 is there, like this. Now they want to interact with the database product. They must wait until the connection is available. Because user 1 is using the connection, no, they have to wait. So we must not keep these users wait. For that, on demand, we are going to have multiple database connections. On demand, we are going to have multiple database connections. You can have multiple database connections to database product. Now, when the user 1 is busy with connection 1, user 2 can use connection 2. When the user 1, user 2 are busy with connections 1 and 2, user 3 can use connection 3. Like this, we can provide service for the users. All of you understood this point, right? If you can create multiple database connections, if you can organize them among multiple users, the concept we call it as a connection pooling. Connection means database connection. Pooling means organizing the group. The process of organizing multiple pre-initialized database connections among multiple users is known as connection pooling. Make a statement. The process of organizing multiple pre-initialized the process of organizing multiple pre-initialized database connections among multiple users is known as connection pooling. The process of organizing multiple pre-initialized database connections among multiple users is known as connection pooling. The process of organizing multiple pre-initialized database connections among multiple users, we call it as connection pooling. Advantage, the load on the database can be managed, or we can provide the services to more than one user. We can provide it. This connection pooling will be in the real-time scenario. Project manager levels will take a decisions. Suppose if we take your Flipkart or Amazon, any offers are there, more users will try to interact with that sites. So heavy load will be there. So in that way, they will increase the multiple connections and come to provide us services for the online users. That concept we call it as a connection pooling. In real-time scenario, we take the support of Java frameworks and tools to do this connection pooling. In previous few months back or a few years back, we used to write one demo program like core Java program. We used to write. We take one array list, we take multiple connections, and we show. That is not applicative model, demo model. To save the time nowadays, we are only giving one definition. We are sending the student to Spring directly. Their multiple user concept will come one day. Spring Core, Spring MVC, Spring JDBC, Spring Security, Spring Boot. One day you will write your application there. The application will run in the multiple user mode. On that day, they will show the multiple database connections with framework and tools. But what is connection pooling? If anybody asked in JDBC interview, the process of organizing multiple pre-initialized. Why we are calling it as pre-initialized? Example, I'll say. Suppose management want to take a resumes from the students. So who passed out around 2024, 23, 22? Three passed out students, submit your resumes. By 3 o'clock in the evening, they'll say. So you have to submit your form in the main office, they'll say. By 3 o'clock, the strength will be very high. So all students will come there and heavy load will be there. To decrease the load, what they must do now? If they keep a single counter, example, they kept a single counter to collect one resume. One person will be sitting. He will take one by one, one by one, one by one. He will take it. So heavy students will be standing in the line or not now to submit it. Then how can we provide a service for them so that we can accept more than one resume at a time? They'll open the counters. You can submit the form in 5 counters. They'll say automatically at a time 5 students will submit the resume or not now. So response is increasing, performance is increasing. That concept only connection pool here. All have understood? Then what is pre-initialized now? When the announcement coming to the class, submit your resume by 3 o'clock. Before announcement is coming here, they'll keep their counter open there. They'll keep the counter open. They'll keep some arrangements. They'll keep it ready. When you are keeping ready is called pre-initialized. Keeping the component ready is known as pre-initialized. Before user comes to interact with the database product, connection is ready. That concept we call it as pre-initialized. After user came, I am not creating the connection. After student came, I am not opening the counter. Counter already opened. All have understood what is pre-initialized? So making the connection ready before the user comes is known as pre-initialized. The process of organizing multiple pre-initialized database connections among multiple user, we call it as connection pooling. Draw this diagram and keep it roughly. Like this, you can have n number of connections. Right. Now, one more definition. Batch processing. One definition. Define batch processing in JDBC. Batch processing in JDBC. The process of collecting multiple queries as batch. The process of collecting multiple queries as batch and executing at a time. The process of collecting multiple queries as batch and executing at a time on database product at a time on database product is known as batch processing. The process of collecting multiple queries as batch and executing at a time on database product. Executing at a time on database product is known as batch processing. Already callable statement executing procedure, no? Procedure also set of queries only. Yes or no? Na? In real time scenario, we use procedure, we never use batch because we are not given practical on batch. The reason is nothing but when you create a batch now, example, when you create a batch also collection of queries only. Procedure also collection of queries only. Procedure also collection of queries. Batch also collection of queries. Procedure is stored in the database and available in the database. Batch is created in the JDBC premises, means our JVM. Batch is created in our JVM, means our location. Our JVM location, somewhere one memory created. In that memory, the all queries will be added. Now, batch is in the programming side, procedure in the database side. Whenever you run the batch now, the batch execution goes to database and run this batch at a time. At a time means no. Drink water at a time. I said this point many times. Lift the bottle, complete the bottle and keep it. That's called at a time. Not at a time means drink it and keep it. After some time again you can drink it and keep it. That's called not at a time. At a time means once you started, you must not stop in the middle. That's known as at a time. Batch executed at a time. I kept 10 queries in the batch. Now the batch execution started on the database. Until you complete the 10 queries, you must not stop it. That's called at a time. Now, this batch created in the JVM premises, the load is in our area. Load is in our area. For execution, again, you are transferring the control there. One by one, you are transferring the control. Understood this point now, right? Suppose if we take a procedure, here only one syntax and one callable statement object will be there. Procedure stored in the database and available there. I'll pass the parameters to procedure over. Remaining all execution happens in the database only, no. So the load is on the database, not on the application. All of you understood this statement? So market says that don't take batch processing, take callable statement procedure. So that procedure already stored in the database, executes in the database, high performance will come according to application. Suppose if we take a batch processing, batch is created in the application, executed through application, some execution time will be increased when compared to procedure. All of you clear about this statement? Right. Second one. Whenever you take a procedure, the procedure you can write all types of queries. Select queries, non-select queries you can write. Non-select means what? Insert, create, update, delete. Because out parameter concept is there, no? You can write all types of queries in the procedure. In batch, you cannot write select query. You must write only non-select query. Create, insert, update, delete. All have understood this point now. So batch processing, other name is batch update processing, you will say. Because it will do updation only. It will not get the data. Because of these two reasons, we are not using batch processing in real-time scenario. We go with the callable statement and procedures. And the company will recruit PLSQL engineer. The company will create one position for PLSQL. They'll recruit PLSQL engineer. They'll make that engineer to write all procedures and functions. They'll send the document to our code writers. We run the procedures and create load on the database, not on the application. All have understood this statement, what I'm speaking? Right. Okay. The process of collecting multiple queries as batch and executing at a time on database product is known as batch processing. Make it note. True. Through batch processing, we can execute. We can execute only non-select queries. We can execute only non-select queries. Through batch processing, we can execute only non-select queries. Non-select queries, comma, because of this reason, batch processing is also known as batch update processing. Through batch processing, we can execute only non-select queries. Because of this reason, batch processing is also known as batch update processing. Procedures will have high performance in execution when compared to batch processing because they'll execute in the database side. Load is very less on the application, very less on the application, and the high performance will come. Make this statement. Procedures will have high performance, high performance in execution when compared to when compared to batch processing when compared to batch processing. For system test purpose only that question, practical not needed on the batch, not needed. We are doing procedures only on demand. When you go for Spring also, they'll do prepared statement, they will do. Spring prepared statement, they will do. Right. So these are all points anyway. Just my intention is like this through the syllabus and practical. I must give awareness on connection object, statement, prepared statement, callable, result set, transaction management. Enough. This is practical knowledge needed. Remaining all updated. So in the company's direct JDBC not available, no. So all through the Spring only the connections are happening nowadays. Without Spring today project not available to you. So, but to learn the Spring JDBC, some knowledge needed from your JDBC. So normal JDBC. So that JDBC components I highlighted yesterday. These are the components. The components. Right. Now stop this JDBC here. We are stopping it and going for the next level. Star mark IMP, SERVLET, servlet programming in Java. Now you must not practice JDBC, you must not practice your core Java also. Generally, you must read them for interview point of view only when the servlet comes ultimately. Right, look here. So from today, the environment will be like this. One server will come from today, one server. One server will be there from today. For you, server in the course calculation, course curriculum is Tomcat. What is the server we are going to use now? Tomcat we are going to use. In this server, we are going to run one application. In this server, we are going to run one application. We are going to run. One application is going to be loaded. This application is web application. Web application. In this web application, one servlet will be there. SERVLET. One servlet will be there. Now, up to now, you are taking the data inputs from console. From today, the data input should come from web browser. The data input should come from web browser. This web browser, you can call it as client. Wherever users will be there. Our application user will open our web browsers. He passes some request anyway. Whatever the request passed, the request will be taken by the servlet. The request. Now, all of you knows HTML, no? Louder. All of you knows form tag, no? In that form tag, method, one attribute is there. Yes or no? Na? Form action will be there. Side method will be there. Remaining all you will add for your CSS or any other. Remaining all ID, something you will be adding it out. But basically, two attributes will be there. One is action, one is method. In that method, two options will be there, whether post or get, anyone. Post or get. So the request what you are raising here, the request, it can be post or it can be get or get. The request what you are giving from your web browser taken by the servlet. Now servlet has to give some answer. So servlet will give the answer using JSP. Using what now? JSP. So servlet will send some response to JSP. Whatever I want to send for the user, I'll send in the form of JSP. JSP stands for Java Server Page. Sir, response. Response. All of you understood this diagram? Says or not to me? Right. From today, from today, one server will be there. In that server, one application will be there. In that application, one servlet will be there. The servlet is taking the request from the web browser. Based on the request, if it want to send some data to database or want to get the data from the database, then it uses JDBC. Whatever you've done it, you have to keep aside. If it wanted, it will use the JDBC to interact with your database product. The servlet will use JDBC, Spring JDBC, Spring ORM, Spring Data. That is secondary. But initially, it has to interact with the user. Then what is servlet? Then what is this servlet? Sir, what is this servlet? Sir, I want to know, define servlet. Make it. The small platform independent Java program. The small platform independent Java program which is executed in server environment. The small platform independent Java program which is executed in server environment and interacts with user through web browser. The small platform independent Java program which is executed in server environment and interacts with user through web browser is known as servlet. Servlet. Servlet, or you can say server program. You can say server program. The small platform independent Java program which is executed in server environment. Underline this. Server environment. Underline that. And interacts with the user through web browser is known as servlet, or you can say server program. Diagram. Whatever the diagram I provided, that diagram you have to draw. Right. Draw this clearly and keep it. What are they? What are these? ఉందా వాటర్? Right. So in this diagram, I am trying to give a picture what you are going to do clearly. So what you are going to do from today means your inputs will be from web browser. Output also must be on the web browser only. Who is taking that request means servlet. Who has to give the response means JSP. This is the standard rule of MVC. Servlet also can give the response, but according to real-time application standards, servlet must not give the response. Who has to give the response now? JSP. So in our training also, first two programs, servlet will give the response. Third program onwards, JSP will give the response. This is your application form. Right. This is normal Java program only. Whatever the Java programs you practiced up to now, core Java to JDBC, normal Java programs only. That Java program from today will be running under one server environment. This server environment concept not available up to now. In core Java, we don't have a server. In JDBC, we don't have a server, right? All of you understood up to here, the introduction point, right? Okay. Before going deeply into it, see there. Our vendor company is Oracle Corporation. Generally, whenever you want to download your software also, download JDK. See there. Here, JDK 21. This is your Oracle certifications anyway. Your Oracle University. Can you see this title here? Oracle University will provide some certifications to you. If you want to take Oracle University certificate, they'll say certificate on Java EE and what now? Web services. You can have certificate on what now? Java SE. Sir, Java SE means what? Java EE means what? When I go to main office, they'll say core Java, advanced Java. But Oracle University is saying SE EE. Anyway, you had that idea in core Java. Sometimes we speak, sometimes we never speak. We speak the term as core advanced only, we speak it. According to Oracle Corporation, core advanced titles will not be there. So they are providing certificate on 8, providing certificate on 11 and 17. Next certificate will be 21. Why means they'll provide only LTS. LTS means what? What is LTS product? I don't know, sir, but I completed JDBC, sir. What is LTS? Long-term support products. Markets will use only LTS products. Sir, I installed Java 16, sir. Java 16 you must not install because 16 is non-LTS. You must not work. I installed Java 22, sir, non-LTS. You must not work. Market will work with only LTS. Companies will install LTS product 8, 11, 17, next to 21. LTS means long-term support products, certifications available. Why I'm showing that means, sir, what is this SE? What is this EE? So why I'm speaking that point today means you completed SE by today. According to Oracle University, you completed SE. Now you are entering into EE. If I say SE in the core Java, you will not understand. If I say now, you will understand. Means officially, according to Oracle University, not according to our market and according to vendor company, Oracle University, I completed SE. I got eligibility for SE certification. SE stands for Standard Edition, right? The statement I'm recording here for awareness purpose, I'm writing. Make it note. NVT note, NOT note. Oracle Corporation, nothing but vendor. Vendor means our owner. Oracle Corporation will provide the following platforms the following platforms to develop Java applications to develop Java applications. One, Java SE, Java SE, Java EE, Java ME, Java ME. These three are popular platforms from Oracle Corporation. Sometimes they'll say Java FX also they'll write. For UI technologies, they'll write. But Java FX nowadays, we are not using since many, means already came newly, but you are not using. I'm highlighting these three because older also everybody knows. SC, ME. Right. These all certifications are SC certifications only. These are all. If you want EE, this one. EE means web service will be there. Generally, if you take a certificate, this badge will come. This is your syllabus. From this only names came, microservices and so on came. This is a basic thing. Okay, right. So these are the syllabuses. This certification evaluates Java EE programming competency and evaluates the ability to, before going here, what is the pre-requirement? Means servlet. Understood it? Because you are sitting here. That's the reason. Your target is this one only. But you are sitting here because I want servlet. What is servlet today? Normal Java program only, sir. But running in server environment. Normal Java program only, sir. But taking the input from web browser, giving the output onto web browser. Up to now, that concept not available for me, no, sir. So I want to learn servlets. So before coming here, what is SC? Write it. Java SC means Java standard edition, and which is used to develop non-server applications, which is used to develop non-server applications, which is used to develop non-server applications. Java SE means according to the market, core Java syllabus plus JDBC. Core Java syllabus plus JDBC. Now JDBC comes under SC or EE? SC only. JDBC comes under SC only. Understood this point? All right. So even if you see the syllabus here, you cannot see the JDBC here. You cannot see JDBC here. JDBC is one small concept of interacting with the database. But student point of view, one new thing, no, interacting with the database is a new thing because we spend some time, 12 to 13 sessions we spend there. So to give more clarity about few components, not all needed there. Now Java SE means Java standard edition, and which is used to develop non-server applications. Now, core Java plus JDBC is Java SE. Core Java plus JDBC is Java SE. So today you completed SE. How can you identify SE program? Means main method will be there. Public static void main method is there, means that is standard edition. Even in your Spring trainers also, first few programs they'll run with main only. So that is called standalone mode. They'll run from Spring. That is nothing but they are introducing Spring through main. But wherever the main is there, that is SE part only. That's the concept. From today, main not there. Main journey has been ended. So last 2 days back, whatever the program you written in JDBC, that is the last program using your, what is that now? We are using main method we have been used. That main method is the last method we had it. All of you clear about this point, right? Main. Now, from today, main method not available. When the main method not available, that is doubly enterprise edition. That is enterprise edition is coming. We are entering into enterprise edition. Java EE means Java enterprise edition. Java EE means Java enterprise edition. Java EE means Java enterprise edition, and which is used to develop server applications, server applications, maybe web application, maybe enterprise application, all comes under from today server applications only. You are sitting in servlet today, after that spring, after that web services, microservices, wherever your trainers are running from server based, that is double E. So server based application, application types may be web applications, enterprise applications, but they'll be running under server environment, that is double E. So we are officially entering into double E. All of you clear about this point? No, right? So from today, main method will not be there. Some other methods will come, and environment is a server. Java double E means Java Enterprise Edition, and which is used to develop server applications. Right. Second one, web applications, web application and enterprise application, enterprise application development, development comes under, comes under Java double E. Web application and enterprise application development comes under Java double E. So until you reach your web services, until you reach your web services there, Java double E with web services. Until you reach this web services, until you reach this, you will be under double E only. So double E entry point is with me, not exit point. Just I will train you how to run Java programs under server based, and I'll send for the next levels. So you are entering into double E. All of you understood these 2 points? Says or no to me? Right. Core Java, advanced Java, you can say according to market. But according to Oracle vendor companies, for you SE and double E. SE, how to identify means server based coding not available in SE. Double E means server based coding is available. In our silver spot journey, in core Java, I don't have a server. So it is a double E. JDBC, I don't have a server. It is a double E. From today, server will be there. So I'm entering into, sorry, server not available means SE. Core Java SE, JDBC SE. Now we are entering into server based. It comes under double E. Now last one is there, ME. What is ME? Some people will say machine edition. Some people will say mobile edition. What original name is micro edition. What is the original name now? Micro edition. Make it. Java ME means Java micro edition. Micro edition, and which is used to develop, which is used to develop machine and mobile related, machine and mobile related application developments. Application development. Java ME means Java micro edition, which is used to develop machine and mobile related application development. Small machine interactive mode applications also you can develop. Mobile related applications you can develop. If in the history also that only, Sun Microsystem started the project in around 91. The project is to develop small software to control electronic devices. That is the project actually. They want to start one project to control small electronic devices using some software. That software development they want to do, product based company. For that project, your other recruited James Gosling entered into that project. Not only history says he recruited for a company as a product based developer. Means he is there in the team to develop one new software to control electronic devices. That is the actual project. Their other got one idea. Why don't I write one software which is having a feature known as Vara? Write once and run anywhere. That is one idea came by one other. Because of one other, that idea on that day, Venkatesh Maipati sir is eating food since 20 years. Like me, many people. That other, that idea not there means 20 years food not there, I think, for me. I also maybe some math. I also math student only. MPC, BTech, MTech, I done it. Somewhere I'll be there. So because of one software development today, one other got one idea. He's writing one software for that company, got one idea. Why don't I develop one platform independent having one Vara feature? There only the idea he started expanding and coming. Slowly. One new software came into market by 95, and the journey continues today. Recently also, March 19th, new product came and launched into this. 2024 March 19th, one new product came out. One idea in 91, 92. 3 months back also one product came. And in 2024, one student is sitting here to put a career in Java because of one other idea. Sir, I came out of this one engineering studies or graduation studies, independent of my education. I'm sitting here to put a career in one idea developed by one other. On that day, that also ME is popular on the day. Java ME, which supports to develop applications related to mobile, application related to machine, the version known as micro edition. Before this, Android people who supported mobile technology means Java only. We only supported. Android came in the period of around 2009, 2010, and so on. Before that, who is supporting means we only supported. Because of this reason, Android people took the support of Java. Today also, if they want to put a career in Android, they will come and sit in core Java batch first. After learning object oriented from core Java, then they will go to Android. After learning object oriented flavor from core Java, then they will go to Selenium. That is the point. So Java is producing the knowledge for other engineers also. That's a history to you. Anyway, how many platforms available from Oracle Corporation to develop applications now? Three major. What are they now? Java SE, Java EE, Java ME. Java SE completed. According to your journey, SE has been ended. The reason, I know core Java syllabus, sir. I know JDBC. At least I know core Java. In core Java, what you learn now? Class construction. Class is having variable, method, block, constructor. Class will be under one package. Package will be under one project. The class will give one objects. Another class will give one object. We can link the two objects. Interlinking of objects. Why to interlink objects? We can link the class inheritance. If you want to take a features from more than one class, other not given permission, then interface came. After that, abstract class came. Class inside the class, inner class came. Inner class without came, anonymous came. From that anonymous, lambda came. From that lambda, method reference came. When the huge content written in the class, disturbance will occur. To handle the disturbance, try, catch, finally, throw, throws came. This is exception handling process. When this component construction has been completed, I want to take examples of each one. Then strings came, examples of class, wrapper class came, examples of class. When more number of objects are coming, why don't I organize multiple objects? And why don't I manage multiple objects? Then array came to hold multiple objects. Array drawback. It cannot, once the size defined for the array, we cannot change the array size. But according to Java developer, the data are runtime data and dynamic data. Array cannot withstand the real-time scenario. They brought collection. Collection is an interface example. Map is an interface example. Enum is an example of abstract class. Our application should interact with more than one user. Multi-threading came. Then the Java has to interact with storage. Files came. The Java want to interact with remote location. Network came. Understood this point or not now? Then this Java file cannot withstand huge content. Then database came. That only core Java. Yes or no? Na? Where is the server here? Server not there. So non-server based applications. Then the student will come. Sir, can you provide a project on core Java? What will do project on core Java? Server is not there, no. How can you do project in core Java? Server is not there. If you do one project, what is the project now? Non-server project. Stand-alone project. Server not there, web browser not there. Understood this point or not now? So if you want to do a project, sir, definitely server based needed. So I completed my core Java. Whatever I read, that only syllabus. That only core Java. Further, the student will say not understanding, not understanding. I know why they there. I don't know. All trainers will speak in English language only. English language can't you understand? The people will say Java not understanding. Not understanding word naireta. The word is nothing but not proper concentrative, not committed, not working on the same day. This will be the reasons. Irregular to the class. This will be the reasons. Not understanding means not regular, not committed, not serious, not working on the same day. Then it will not understand. Sir, daily I'll work it. Why it will not understand, Andy? Original intelligence people we are. Artificial intelligence only working. Original intelligence, if it is not working, how artificial intelligence will work? So because if anybody says, I am not understanding, I laugh and go. That's all. If human being not understanding, who will understand them? If anybody says, not, I will not do anything, I laugh and go. That's all. You are not understanding, then who will understand? Andy? After completing 21 years of education, after completing BTech, I am not understanding means which language the trainer has to speak then. Understood? Then definitely you should understand. Core plus JDBC ended. Now I am entering into doubling. Now look here. Now, all of you understood this introduction? SCEEM, because in core Java, we never speak clearly about that. Today I'm speaking it. So SC completed. If anybody want to plan certification for this one, you can plan it. Because syllabus is ready with you. You can download some syllabuses there. 8 certification is there. 11 is there. And 17 show here. You can take any one certificate, 8, 11, 17. Here details will be there. You can download that syllabus and check it out. If it is comfortable, you can also write one application and you can take that badge. This badge will come. I shown you somewhere. You can take it. Now, sir, in this above diagram, I used one word known as what now? Server and client. Write it. Define client. Right. Look here. Client meaning is this is client. Okay, right. The user, client is nothing but one user only. Okay, right. The user who generate request for the server. Who generate request is a client. The user who generate request to server is known as client. He will generate one request and wait for the response. We also will type something in the search engine and will wait until the response comes. The user who is raising one request is known as a client. According to our application, client location means web browser location is our client. Make it. The user who generate request to server. The user who generate request to server is known as client. Is known as client. The user who generate request to server is known as client. The request generated by the user can be post request or or get request. Post request or get request. The request generated by the user can be post request or get request. Post request means sending the data to server. Get request means asking to get something from the server. Two types only requests. I will ask the server to get something, or I'll ask the server to post this data to somewhere. That can be post request or get request. Now, define server FAQ. Define server. Define server. Right. Server means always I'll say one boy standing in the hotel, his name also server only. Yes or no? Now? One boy will be standing in Amoga, I think. I don't know whether he's available or not. We cannot go there because all friends only will be there now. Right. Even I'll get my breakfast and I'll eat it generally. Roughly. One boy is standing there, no? His name also server. Go and ask, what is your name? Means my name is server, he'll say. What he will do? He will say, I will take the request. Based on that request, I'll give the response. If he asks idli, I'll get idli. If he asks dosha, I'll get dosha. Means based on the request, I am providing one response or not now. That is server. Server means request handler. He takes the request and provides the service. Understand? The service means providing the response. The component which take the request and provide the response is known as a server. The term is known as a server. Make it. The component which takes the request from user and provide the response. The component which takes the request from the user and provide the response is known as server. Simply in the bracket, server means service provider. Simply in bracket, server means service provider. Service provider. Here service means taking the request and giving response only. At last the definition will come there only. So which is taking the request and providing the response, you can call it as a server. All of you clear about this statement? Right. Servers. Servers are categorized into two types. Servers are categorized into two types. Web servers and application servers. Web servers and application servers. Web servers and application servers. So servers are how many types now? Two types. Client definition, will leave it. From where the request will come, that is client. Leave it. Our target is server. Okay, right. The component means that may be software component or hardware component, some name. Okay, right. Which is taking the request and giving the response. We call it as a server. All of you clear about this point? Right. The servers are how many types in the real time now? Two types. Web servers, application servers. Very, 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 very important question. First important question from your servlet programming is knowing the difference between web server and application server. Our Tomcat is an example of a web server. Can I write the notes by tomorrow? Right. Here 4 points, here 4 points. Tomorrow discussion and example of web server Tomcat. Tomorrow we are going to install the Tomcat server and we are going to start the API. Course looks very simple. Nothing is there because already you are a Java programmer, developers only. Yes or no? Na? Louder I want. So simply bring that Java program to server. That's all. Your new thing is a server. New thing is a web browser. Remaining all old things only. Right. Take a break. So notes is pending. Yesterday also not possible to load it. Today at any cost by lunch break I'll load the notes to you. Right. Why I'm not loading means anyway up there. Programs are not available. Only diagrams are there. I'm not loading.
టెస్ట్ పెట్టారు కదా క్వశ్చన్ పేపర్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తారు క్వశ్చన్ పేపర్ మొన్న టెస్ట్ పెట్టారు కదా ఆ క్వశ్చన్ పేపర్ కాపీ ఏమైనా ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తారు ప్లేస్మెంట్స్